All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up?
Penn, how you doing?
It's been a minute.
It's been maybe 2 minutes.
I just had reason just the other day to say to Amy, because we were driving somewhere, and the GPS wanted us to go a certain way.
Yeah.
And I said, if we go this other way, I bet you it'd be quicker. And she was like, well, I don't know. And I said, all right, well, what time does the GPS say we're going to arrive right now? And it said 5:05. I said, okay, I'm going to turn left here instead of up there. So I turned left, and we went my way and arrived at 5:03.
Whoa.
And I said, and she said, oh, good job. You saved 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I said, there's only so many minutes in the day, honey. And then she turned it around on me, and she was like, yeah, don't I know it? And I was like, oh, okay, we get it. You're busier than me.
Okay.
You got all kinds of fancy jobs. Like, I'm sorry I said anything.
2 more minutes to save a life.
Right. Exactly. I've got 2 more minutes to make popcorn, and you've got 2 more minutes to save people's lives, but whatever.
No big deal.
Right. We're both very important.
Yeah, I would say our jobs are equal.
Right. Definitely equally contributing to the good of humanity.
Some people say these movies save their lives.
Right. Absolutely. David, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Penn.
You know what's weird is how, with Thanksgiving being so late,
Right.
like I feel like you go to Thanksgiving and you come into work on Monday and you're literally already in December.
Look at you wait until Monday to come back to work.
No, I was in over Believe me, I was here Thursday morning, Friday, Saturday. Cleaned up puke Saturday. I did take the day off on Sunday.
Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't even step foot in the building on Sunday, so that was a nice break. But anyway, so my point is, like, we're sitting here and all of a sudden we're fully 1 week into December.
Can't believe it.
It's crazy.
It's rocketing by. Do you have your Christmas tree up?
Oh, David.
Oh, boy.
Stop the presses.
Oh, boy.
I have a major... I should save it for the new... Oh, we're in the news segment.
Okay.
So this is
real news.
It. News. This is groundbreaking, hard-hitting journalism.
Okay.
I don't want to freak you out, but this is the first year the Ketchum family, thanks to my work on the internet just now, is now the proud owners of a artificial Christmas tree. Big time. Double wow.
This is the first artificial Christmas tree?
This is the first artificial Christmas tree.
Due to your work on the internet, I don't want to know what's the correlation there?
I went online. That's what I mean when I say my work on the internet. I went online and bought a tree. And I just texted everybody and I was like, I bought a tree. We're artificial tree people now.
Wow.
But there's a variety of factors behind that. And podcasts at Penn Cinema, if you want to weigh in on the Christmas tree debate, because I had breakfast with a couple dads this morning, a couple other dads. And they had already secured their good old-fashioned live Christmas tree.
Would you call it a coalition of fathers?
I would, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's the Oracle, really, pretty much. And we meet at night and day.
The coalition of fathers
right.
has been summoned.
There's a secret handshake and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, can I just say something? This is completely off topic. I've gone to night and day for breakfast. I cannot count how many times I've been there. Unlimited amount.
Yeah.
I frequently get the omelet, which comes with home fries.
Oh, yeah.
Home fries are good. I always ask for them a little extra crispy. Today, for the first time ever, the waitress says, and do you want onions on your home fries? And I was like, what? You can do that?
Say what now?
And she's like, yeah, you could get chopped up, cooked, like sauteed onions on your hash browns. It's delicious. And I was like, yes, please.
Please.
And how come nobody ever in the 30 years that I've been going to night and day,
right?
Nobody ever once asked me, do you want onions on your...
It's a whole new world.
Whole new world. So anyway, so I'm my tree is not up. but it is en route.
It's on its way.
It's on its way to the house. And I'm going to put it up. There's not going to be any bugs in my house. There's not going to be any needles. There's not going to be any cursing or swearing. Because usually when I put the tree up, I have to curse and swear. And have a little.
Not that you want to.
No, I don't want
but
to.
It's in the bylaws. When the coalition of fathers.
Right. When the kids were little, Amy used to literally take them away. She'd be like, girls, let's go shopping. Daddy's putting up the tree. My poor children.
Oh, man.
God bless. Anyway, so yeah, that's the big news out of the Ketchum house. How about you? Is your tree up?
No, it's in my car, though.
Okay, you're artificial.
But I've got a small place, so I actually have one of those porcelain.
Like a tabletop?
It's a remake of the old ones, like that have like the Etch-a-Sketch lights in them.
Okay.
You know, the porcelain tree with the little.
Sure.
But it's like not instead of the Etch-a-Sketch lights, it's like LEDs.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Yeah.
It's perfect for my apartment. Put it in the window.
Yep.
See it when I come home. Go, that guy's festive.
Yeah.
Wonder who lives there.
That looks like a fun guy.
Maybe I'll go see.
Oh my gosh. All right, David, hit me up with some Craven news.
Well, we're talking about Christmas. And what could be a better gift than the first 8 minutes of Craven the Hunter? The first 8 minutes that were released at Comic-Con, which, I mean, we could have been, but we didn't go.
No.
Right.
Right.
I mean, we always could have.
Right.
But
Raw.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
this time.
Nah.
It's been released online.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you. Did you watch it?
No.
Well, let me tell you, I put it on in the background. And it's all in Russian, so I don't know what they were saying, and I didn't watch it. So there's an action scene. I think it's in the trailer, the part where he's like beating up the guards and breaking out of prison. But I didn't want to watch it, but I was also too curious not to let it play in the background to listen to it. But then I'm also kind of glad that it was in German. I had no idea what they were saying.
You think there were subtitles on the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. It's, yeah.
So I had a little text thread going.
Oh no!
Last week.
Last week.
And it was with Ryan Schenk from the Red Rose Film Festival.
Okay.
And Chayla from Zootropolis.
What a crew!
The literal name of the group is Dream Team.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's no coalition of fathers.
No, God.
But you had to make another team.
It doesn't carry that kind of weight.
Right. Yeah.
The text thread for the Coalition of Fathers is Pretty Boys.
that also fits.
Because one of the first times we ever had breakfast together, waitress, there was a menu that said the Pretty Boy special, and the waitress came and we asked, "Is he pretty enough to qualify
for the Pretty Boy?
Can he get the Pretty Boy special?" Anyway, this text thread that we had last week was we started. There was a question, and I said something about, I have no idea. It's a complete unknown. And then Ryan responded something about, let's not forget you on Christmas time and make sure we have the. And we had this whole text thread, and then it sort of died off because I guess we all ran out of ideas.
Wow, that's impossible.
Until I said, I'm craving some Christmas pudding. All right,
Perfect.
so Craven. So what's the point of this news? They dropped 8 minutes. War of Raheem is outselling it on pre-sales.
Yeah, I think the thing is, I don't know if you've seen. I mean, pre-sales, as you said, they're not spectacular, right?
Yeah.
The hype that they're trying to build is that Craven the Hunter makes up for all of the bad Sony's or the SPUM movies, the Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel movies, that it makes up for them. But then I'm like, how good can it be if they have to release the first 8 minutes to get you to want to see it?
We've seen that with other titles.
Yeah, we have. But I just feel like they're acting so confident, and then
here's what makes
know.
I
don't look. I'm on the fence of wanting to see this because it actually, if it wasn't Craven, I would have been like, oh, this looks like an interesting movie.
Right.
But because I'm predisposed to hate it,
right. But because I'm a jerk.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I mean, you nailed it.
Right, nailed it. I think that you know how I'm a total hypocrite.
What?
So I usually complain that IMAX is not flexible.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And now here we have total flexibility with Craven. And I'm like, why is this movie so bad that we have flexibility? Like,
Exactly.
Like, how little do you think of this film that you're telling me I can do whatever I want?
On
with it?
their end, they're probably like, we're so confident you won't want to change it.
Right.
We'll give you permission
Right.
to. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, anyway, Craven is going to be a big deal, but it's going to be nothing compared to Paddington, which is released in January. Oh, wait a minute.
Hold up.
This just in. Paddington is now being pushed out 1 month domestically to Valentine's Day.
This is odd.
I think we reported on this earlier because we made a joke about how it's going up the same day as Captain America.
Did we?
We did.
Okay. I might have missed that. I thought this was new news.
No. I'm not saying that we reported on the move. We reported that it was coming out on Valentine's Day when we watched a trailer.
Oh, okay. All right.
So now we're going back in time
well,
to make up.
Well, the thing isn't necessarily that it's been pushed out. It's that the rest of the world is going to have it a month before us.
A full month.
A full month before us.
Interesting.
They're keeping the original date.
The international market.
So it makes you wonder, is there something in January that's like, or is it just better in February?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You know, when I was just a pup.
I also don't think this is a bad choice for Valentine's Day.
It's great. It's
Yeah.
great. It's a great choice.
Because there definitely are people who would want to see like a nice family film for Valentine's Day.
And there are people.
Because these are supposedly good. I'm not knocking.
No, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And when I was just but a lad,
You.
just a pup,
Wow. Pre-coalition pen.
I had a Paddington bear.
Whoa.
And the little tag said, if I'm found, please return me to, where is he from in London? Some neighborhood in London. Piccadilly Square or
Piccadilly
something
Square,
like that.
yeah.
Circus.
Diagon Alley.
When, I'm not sure that's where he's from. I think that's where his older brother Harry is from.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
When the trailer dropped, I sent it to my folks,
Wow.
mostly because I knew how excited my mom would be.
Of course she would be.
So I'm really hoping
Yeah.
that when they have a domestic trade screening, that they allow me to bring a guest and I can take dear old mom's
Mama Bear.
Mama Bear.
Now, will she be lost because she hasn't seen the other two? Or will she know so much about Paddington from you growing up that it won't matter?
Mom is to Paddington
Okay.
as you are to Dune.
Whoa.
Let me just say that.
Well, speaking of which, I walk into the theater to see this guy. I'm like, who's this guy over here wearing a Dune sweater?
A super cool Dune
Super cool,
sweatshirt.
Cool Dune. I'm like, is that Penn?
Not only am I wearing my Dune sweatshirt, but I'm wearing my adventure pants.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, as Amy says, anything can happen.
Anything can.
When Penn's wearing his adventure pants.
It's on.
Yeah.
It's anything.
Adventure pants, for those listeners who might not already be familiar, they're just regular pants.
Yeah.
But they're from like Ella Bean or Land's End or one of these outdoorsy companies. And
You're a man who's ready for action.
I am. And my
Yeah.
in-laws gave them to me for Christmas, and I absolutely love them. This was a year or two ago. But the reason why we call them adventure pants is because the little label, the little tag hanging off of it said adventure pants.
Now, when they gave it to you, was it one of those things like, Penn, we feel like you are kind of stagnant.
Right.
You need more adventure.
Right.
in your
You don't
life.
do enough exciting things with your time.
Yeah. Here, get some adventure in
Right.
your life.
Why don't you sign up for some more races? Which that's obviously
did.
what they meant. So I did.
Iron Man it up.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
All right. So, Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
This movie is gaining steam. I think this is going to be a surprise. Everyone knew it was going to be like a good movie. It opens on Christmas Day, and I think this movie is going to be a big movie.
Well, you know that I'm not super horror guy, but
Right.
I want to see
I
this.
can't wait to see it.
I think
Yeah.
this looks fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Dracula, but
Yeah.
in a real like old time creepy. This is black and white, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like old style is what I meant.
My
not
friend
old time.
Andrew texted me, when are we watching the scary Christmas movie? And I said, do you mean Nosferatu? And he's like, yeah, I wasn't going to try to spell it.
He was like, the Polar Express.
Polar Express gone wrong. So anyway, what's interesting about this is it only recently was official. It was speculated, but Nosferatu, if there's any huge fans that are listening in the Lidditz market, Nosferatu opens on Christmas Day in Lidditz and Wilmington. And if you're in the Lidditz market, you can come at the 9:45 p.m. and see it in IMAX. Which I am. I don't know if I'm going to be here on Christmas Day at 9:45 p.m., but I am definitely going to watch this movie in IMAX.
Nice.
I think it would be wild.
I recently saw a movie in IMAX.
Dun, 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 dun,
We might even call it Gladiator 2.
Okay.
But I have a question.
Hit me.
I want to know if this is on purpose. This is a little behind the scenes.
Oh, I love BTS.
This stuff.
Yeah.
The new logo thing that plays.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. Thank you very much.
In it, there's you saying stuff. At the
Holla.
beginning.
Yeah.
When you watch it in the regular theaters,
No, it's not what you think.
it sounds like you say expletive movies
Oh.
at one because of the way that it's beeped. It sounds like they beeped you saying fuck movies. But when you watch it in IMAX, that beep isn't there. Was that on purpose?
It was not a beep.
It's not supposed to be a beep that you're being censored. It's supposed to be a beep like a cut.
A cut from one thing to the next.
To another. But the way that it is so fast, it's like beep movies.
If you have a garbage mind like yours,
right, and you would establish that I'm a jerk.
Right, you would insert an expletive.
Right.
But everybody knows.
Right.
I'm not one for the curse words.
Right. I've never heard you say it.
I don't.
So,
I don't care for sweets,
especially not putting up the Christmas tree.
and I don't curse. I love being around people who know me well, and then when I have the opportunity to say, I'm not really one for sweets.
Pardon?
Because everybody knows better.
Right.
What I thought you were saying.
Okay.
First of all, no, it must be your imagination because there was only one version.
Okay, so maybe it's just the different sound system. It sounds different.
It might be the different sound system. The other thing is there were some technical issues that were not universally addressed.
Oh.
So when we got the first version, it looked perfect, but the sound was like too hot. Okay? So we got the sound fixed, but the version with the correct sound, my video of me announcing looks grainy.
Right. Okay.
So then we got that fixed. So now we finally have a third version, which is me clear and the audio good to go.
Okay.
Problem is we had to go through every version. Every time we have a movie, we create a playlist.
Right.
And when you do that playlist, that's when we put trailers on with each movie, and then we put this, what we're currently referring, it's listed in the system as the welcome policy clip. And so we had to go through, let some of those older movies play through. We had to remember to swap it out. So it was not like we could change one central file and it's fixed universally. We had to go and so by the time you're hearing this, you should see the correct version with good clear video and good perfect sound. What I thought you were going to ask me is, did my video part look grainy because it was in IMAX?
Oh, so when I saw it in IMAX, it wasn't grainy, but the last time I saw a movie in regular, it was.
Yeah, so we're in the process of getting that all fixed. And honestly, just to be completely candid, it was such a whirlwind around here, the 10 days after Wicked opened, that it was just like, we were just trying to keep our hats on. You know, it was just insane. So we should have that cleared up by now, if not shortly.
Nice.
So
okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, is that all the news for the print?
That's all the news.
Oh, I mean, if there's ever been an adventure pose,
right?
That's definitely what I like to refer to it as, the adventure pose.
Right. I'm wearing my adventure pants, so I felt it was important to strike the adventure pose.
And it was amazing.
Yes.
I was inspired to go on an adventure, but I stayed seated.
Attaboy.
All right, we got a slam bam, thank you ma'am amount of trailers this week.
This week we have 6 trailers, which I want to say, I know I've said this before, but I think this is one of those weeks where they are all good trailers.
I would agree with you. It was difficult for me to come to the trailer of the week.
I have an easy trailer of the week for me, but I will say they're all pretty good. And whichever one you picked as trailer of the week, I promise I'm not going to give you shit about it because it's a good trailer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I watched all of these, but there's one particular one I'm going to have you, for whatever reason, I cannot remember what the movie is.
Okay. Well, let's start at the top with Los Frikis.
This is my runner-up.
This movie is called Los Frikis. This one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I put that there because when I Googled the trailer,
It said Los Freakers, this one.
yeah, I put a link. Yeah.
I watched the link.
Okay, because when I there was apparently another movie by the same name, and then a bunch of other things. But Joe Blow had this trailer exclusive that's coming out. So I wanted to make sure that you saw.
Should we put a plug out there for Joe Blow?
Joe Blow's great. Get a lot of great news from them.
If you like this show, if you're the type of person that appreciates the Penn Cinema podcast, then I would go out on a limb and say that you would also like this website called joeblow.com, JOBLO.com.
Right.
It's very down to earth, very connected, very well connected, very smart, but also like it's a moviegoers. It's none of this hoity-toity bullshit. You know, it's moviegoers.
And they also do a lot of like if you like this kind of pop culture stuff, they do the television show side of it too.
Yeah. Okay, so Los Freakers, walk us through this. I watched a trailer, but I'm not positive that I get it.
Right, because I wouldn't have known it if I hadn't read it too. So.
Yeah.
This is based on a true story about some youths, and I think it was Mexico.
Some youths.
I might have the country wrong, but basically they injected themselves with HIV so that they could live on a compound that the government had for people with HIV where they were taken care of, and they kind of got the idea of we can go to this place, we can live there for free, and create our own like hippie utopia. All we have to do is be HIV positive. And of course, there's a lot of downsides to HIV. One, and then two, it's not as as free as you'd think. You know, I mean, you still have to be part of society in order to be able to, that kind of thing. But it deals with also a little bit of the scare of HIV and how people with it were treated. To these people see it as like, oh, this fun, fancy place we can live for free, but at the same time, it's almost like segregating them from society because they're afraid of the disease before it was more understood.
I also took it. I picked up a subtle commentary on how screwed up our world is with poverty and inequality and inequity. That people would feel that was their best option forward.
Right. There's also that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is my trailer of the week, a film from Focus that opens in February called Last Breath.
When this trailer started, I thought, this is not.
Here we
it's
go
got Woody
again.
Harrelson in it, who's great, and I was like, this is another true story.
Right.
But then I was like,
I
don't know, this movie might be too clenchy I'm going to be coming out with an ulcer at the end.
Right.
Not knowing what happens.
Yeah.
Tell us the premise.
No, the premise is there's some divers and they dive off of a ship, presumably, or I would say, like, from what I gathered, maybe off of an oil rig type of deal. They're doing some underwater. They're fixing, let's just say they're fixing an underwater pipe. I have no idea if that's true or not. But the guy's underwater fixing something, and a storm comes and rocks the ship that he's attached to. One thing leads to another. His hose gets disconnected, and he's dropped down into the depths of the ocean. And then it's like this rescue mission, and then, it has the predictable line of like, this just turned into a body recovery.
Yeah. Not yet.
Not yet. And then Woody Harrelson's like, not yet. So I don't know, man. I tell you, this was like, the reason why I gave it my trailer of the week is because it's not groundbreaking cinema. It's not like, and we're not going to remember this movie that we even watched it, next year. It's not going to make anybody's top 10 list. But it looked to me, I mean, of course, we all love Woody Harrelson. This movie looked to me like a wild ride, all kinds of fun. Like I loved that movie, Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah. You reviewed that on the show.
Yeah, so simple, so easy.
Yeah.
Like I just think this is my kind of movie.
The ocean scares the crap out of me.
As well as should.
Yeah. I do want to see this.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good, like you said, forgettable but pizza movie. Good pizza movie. And also shout out to Focus, because in my opinion, Focus doesn't really make bad movies. They don't always succeed at the box office. Like, they're not always commercial successes, but they're almost always good. You can count on Focus. Right. Yeah, I agree. Next up, we have Snow White. Now, this is a movie that was going to come out and then didn't, and now here we have another trailer, because I think there was a teaser or something for it, like almost
This
a year
was
ago.
a full-on trailer,
was a full-on
March
trailer.
21st.
I gotta say, I went into this trailer hemming and hawing and thinking, I don't really care. I came out of the trailer going, I'd watch that. Like,
I came out of the trailer going, I can't wait.
yeah.
I'm psyched for this movie.
Because at first I was like, the 7 dwarves look so bad. And I was like, oh, but they look so much better than being live action.
Yeah.
And I thought their heads were too big. And I was like, well, once you put their, because they were in the scene that they have them, they're mostly in their pajamas. You add their like bigger outfits on them,
Right.
and they'll look normal.
Yeah.
And this, say what you will about it. Rachel Zegler can sing, and I'm on board for that. So,
Which one is she?
it's Snow White. She's singing during the trailer.
Oh, right. When you said Rachel Zegler, I pictured Mrs. Maisel, but that's a different Rachel.
No,
That's,
she was
that's
in
Rachel
West Side
Brosnahan.
Story.
Yeah, you're right. She was amazing, and in West Side Story, and they show off a little bit of her singing in the trailer.
Right.
Super fun. She
Yeah.
sounds amazing. And who plays the Wicked Witch?
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot looks
Yeah.
great as the
She
Wicked
does.
Witch. Yes,
She does.
she's like perfect casting.
I am way more like into this movie than I thought I would be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Now next one's the one that I cannot remember, and I'm sure once you start talking about it, I will.
Inheritance is a girl who I wasn't sure why it was called Inheritance, because I wasn't clear that who she was inheriting money from.
I remember this now.
She's basically on this like wild goose chase to like,
She's not inheriting money. She's inheriting her father's career path of being a information broker, spy. Yeah, and she's played. Cannot remember the late girl's name, but she is the lead from the first season of Bridgerton, who looks like, as me and my friend would refer to her, budget Keira Knightley.
Gotcha. This movie comes out from IFC, which is also a good sign for it. It opens on January 24th. I don't know if it's going to make it around theaters or not. It looked okay.
It looked okay. I don't know. She doesn't. Her acting skill doesn't feel like it could hold this movie. To
I know
me.
this is like sacrilegious, but
Yeah.
this looked like a movie that maybe could have been released on Netflix,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
which I'm sorry to say.
Next up was more of a teaser for a movie.
Not more of a teaser. It
was.
was a teaser.
Lilo and Stitch live action coming out Memorial Day.
Teaser trailer.
Teaser
it was
trailer.
labeled.
Okay. One would call it a teaser trailer, but maybe it's kind of a teaser trailer.
I love how your review is like, it didn't even feel like a full trailer.
Yeah. Maybe it was more of a teaser, as it was labeled. Basically, it's just Stitch acting like Godzilla with some sandcastles.
I love that you know which one that was.
Yeah.
Were you old enough? Did you ever watch Lilo?
I've never.
I've never watched it.
I just know.
I think we're both too old, right?
Yeah. I just know that I've seen enough. Somehow I know that Stitch is the monster.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
looked good.
surprised. Only thing you can really go on is look on this.
Yeah, right. And it looked good.
looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like as for a live action, it looked good. Next is my trailer of the week.
I wish I'd done what I've done on other shows and written down which one I thought was your movie or your trailer of the week.
Yeah,
'Cause I would have known it was this.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig stars in Queer from
Yeah.
A24, which is actually out now in select theaters and will expand later in December.
This is the second trailer of this we reviewed, and it's very similar to the first one in what they show, but the way that the trailer is edited is much more, I don't want to say mainstream, but the first one we saw was all about Daniel Craig, like, and emotion. And this is
Right.
still that, but it's more like about the overarching story.
Which is
Daniel Craig is a gay man in I think Central America.
yeah.
And he meets a guy, and it's all, is this other guy also gay or not? And like, then are they getting closer as gay men or just friends? And then how do they broach that line? Like, he's in love with him, but how does he find out if the other guy feels
Yeah.
the same in an era when it was not accepted.
Right. You couldn't just ask people.
Right. And those are the trailers this
All
week.
right. Yeah. Bang, bang, boom.
Cool.
Good little list.
That's it. So I guess,
You could say, in a manner of speaking,
yeah.
as the French say, nailed it. David just fell out of his seat.
That was very well done.
I got him.
Bravo.
I got him.
Bravo, man.
No dance moves, no witty, nothing. Just
Well, witty comment.
Okay.
Yeah.
This week we're reviewing a feature film that both of us saw,
Right.
and I'm not going to name names because that's not what we do.
Right.
But there's a celebrity, a legit star
Star.
in the building as we're recording right now, watching this movie down at
That's
Theater
true.
9. It took every fiber of my being to not go introduce myself and say, hey, why don't you post a selfie in the lobby?
Yeah. That's weird. Also, Jonathan Groff is here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's comfortable with us saying that.
Well, I mean,
Maybe he should write the show.
does it
Podcast at
does
Penn
he have
Cinema.
to be comfortable for someone to say that he's in the building?
Well, we don't want people like stalking him.
Well, I mean, this won't go out for 2 days, so he's not going to be here in 2 days.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
podcast at Penn Cinema if you want us to shut up. And then
Our biggest email week. Please, dear
please,
God.
for the love of God.
Not just about me, but in general.
In general. I thought you'd never ask. I'm blue.
All right. Gladiator 2.
Gladiator 2.
What did you think of this movie?
I loved it.
Yeah?
And I was very disappointed to eat breakfast with one of the what'd you call it? The
Coalition of
the
Fathers.
Coalition of Fathers.
Yeah.
And my friend paid money out of his own pocket
Whoa.
to come see this film and did not like it. Which, first of all, I hate that he paid money. But second of all, I'm just mostly disappointed that he didn't like it.
Okay.
It was funny because he said he didn't like the plot. And then when I was explaining to him how I loved the plot,
Okay.
and I was like, oh my God, because the one guy, in order for him to get what he wants, then by definition, the other main character isn't going to get what he wants. And that's because his wife secretly turns out to be this first guy's mom, and it's all this incredibly intertwined, tangled web all against this bad guy who may actually not be the bad guy, and I was like repeating what the plot was, and he was like, yeah, that was pretty awesome. I was like, so what, you liked it or you didn't like it?
So,
David,
all right.
David.
Yeah.
David Moulton, did you like it?
Well, I will say that Goonies Jason, Encyclopedia Brown,
Yeah.
he said this was like, he liked it better than the original.
That's what I said. I didn't say I liked it better than the original, but I said it might be better. It's certainly worthy.
Interesting.
It's worthy of, it's a worthy sequel. And what say you?
I disagree, but not in the way that I'm like, I hate this movie. This movie left a big question in my mind of why.
Why?
Why? And I'm going to say it wasn't necessarily all of the movie, because the movie's fine. It's entertaining. Right. Like, it's not like I don't dislike it as much as I spent the movie a little confused about something. And then also, the best and worst part of this movie is Denzel Washington.
Oh, love Denzel. My man can do no wrong.
Well, let me tell you about how he did wrong. I felt some of his acting in this is amazing. And then the rest of the time, he kind of feels like Denzel Washington, current day, pretending to be another guy, but not changing his demeanor from current day.
Well, it's really funny you would say
his body motions are too modern.
It was like, I will agree with that in the sense that when I was watching this, I leaned over to my buddy that I was watching it with, and I said, even though I understand the period of time that this film takes place in,
right?
Even with that understanding, I fully expect Denzel to say, "My man."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, he looked like he was playing Denzel.
Right. And at one point he says to hose him down, and I was like, I wonder if he ad-libbed that, because did they have hoses? I guess part of the reason that bothered me, because I don't think it normally would, is whether or not this is true, right?
Wait, sorry.
Whether or not this is true, it feels like the first Gladiator strives to be more historically accurate.
What's that thing we talked about in Star Wars where they need to find out how the Force works? Certain fans need to know, like, the physics of...
Right. I forget what we call it.
Yeah,
Do we have a name for it?
Well, we didn't come up with it. Somebody wrote into the show and talked to us about the name. It's like glossy hunting or something like that.
Yeah, Frodo did. I can't remember what it was.
But anyway, you remind me of this. Like you need to know, like, well, if they didn't have hoses in that era, it takes you out.
Then he would, yeah. So that's how Denzel took me out. Because he didn't feel like he fit the time period. And because of that, it made the fact that I felt that they made, like in the first one, it's like, oh, the Joaquin Phoenix is he's ancestral and flamboyant, and so he's like very weird, and like he's very opulent and like wears a lot of makeup and stuff. But in this, it was like everyone in power had to be weird, like from the announcer guy to the two.
Almost like Hunger Gamesy.
Yes, that's what it felt, kind of Hunger Games.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not saying that it didn't exist, but it feels like a little strong. So those are what I didn't like mostly. But then here's the thing that kept me confused. And apparently I'm wrong. And when I say this, it's going to sound tooting my own horn. And believe me, I want to toot my own horn about this, but I seem to be so wrong about it that I don't understand how I could be right.
You must really be wrong if you're admitting that you were wrong.
And it's never happened before.
I know, this is
First time
stunning.
for everything.
This should have been in our news segment.
This should have been in the news. I always thought that Lucius was Maximus's son, because I specifically remember them talking about the affair that they had where they both cheated on their spouses.
Which one's Lucius? The main character?
The main character.
He is his son.
Right. But in the first movie, I always thought that he was his son, because when they talk about it, when he dies, he does ask, he's like, is Lucius safe? Like he does all this.
Yeah.
Part of his reason for doing the last battle
Right.
is because it'll benefit Lucius as the new heir.
So what part are you wrong about?
Apparently, that's never explicitly said.
I think it's said. I don't think you're wrong.
Okay. Because everyone I've talked to is like, that seemed like it was out of nowhere. I never thought that was coming.
No.
And I'm like, I love Gladiator, and I've seen it a ton of times, and I've always thought that, when she talks, when she attacks him personally, it's because she wants him to step up and be the father to her son.
Lucius.
Yeah.
Now, take my comment with a grain of salt, because I haven't seen Gladiator in years. Yeah. But I think you're right. I think it was close. I think it was alluded to enough that you're not crazy for making that leap.
You're supposed to think that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone I've talked to is, other than you, who I will take as the gold standard.
Obviously.
And prove me right forever and furthermore.
Yeah. You can tell all your friends, oh, no, don't worry. I spoke to Penn.
Yeah. Penn may say he loves every movie, but in this specific thing, it's incredibly solid.
I know. Listen, I know how I've been telling you for the last 10 years what an idiot he is, but on this particular topic, this time, he's an absolute authority.
Yeah, he could never be wrong.
I mean, he owns a movie theater. How could he be wrong?
And you're the idiot for saying otherwise.
He's the movie guy. You're saying you're right and he's wrong. He's the movie. He's literally the movie guy.
He is the movie guy.
Right. Yeah.
He's never seen the movie, by the way.
Oh God.
All right. Well, that stuff took me out. But other than that, I thought the movie was fine. Like, I liked the action. The story was fine. It was just those are very nitpicky things.
Yeah. I liked everything about this movie. I highly recommend it. And the only thing I could slightly agree with is that I think Denzel played Denzel.
Yeah.
And I kept, as evidenced by the fact that I kept waiting for him to say, "My man."
My man. I wish he would have done that. Would you wanted him to say it when he's putting the nail in the guy's ear, or when he's cutting the other guy's head off?
Right, yes. Either one would have been fine with me.
My man.
I was saying that before he made that famous.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think he got it from you?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, believable.
Obviously.
But crazy.
Right.
All right, so what would you rate this
All right.
movie?
This is the best movie I've ever seen.
I feel like I got to do that too.
Hands
Best
down.
movie I've ever
Hands
seen.
down. Okay. Very good.
All right, next week we're going to be reviewing War of the Rohirrim.
Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim.
I think it's the War of the. I don't know. I could have that wrong. But just so you know, for our schedule, that will be our last show for the year,
Negative.
isn't it?
Yeah. We're meeting next week to
That's right.
to War of the Rohirrim.
So we have 2 more shows.
2 more shows this year, and
Yeah.
then the week after that, we're recording on the 22nd,
Right.
to review Mufasa,
Mufasa. Right. And that'll be our last show for the year.
and then that's it
Yeah.
for the entire year.
But we'll be back the following year.
We'll be back 2025,
Yeah. And we're going to be doing our top 10 movies of the year.
and an overall review of the year.
Yeah. So if you want to get in your, let's say if you're writing in sets, multiple people do it, let's do top 5.
Yeah,
Go ahead and email podcast@pencinema.com to be included on that show.
that's going to be a tricky one
Yeah.
to pick. You know, you look at the year in review, and you immediately think Deadpool, Wicked. You know, and I know neither one of those is in your list, but.
Well, maybe.
Or maybe they're in the
for the
list,
year,
but your top
yeah.
one was that quirky. What was it?
Daddy-O.
Daddy-O.
Yeah, neither of those two are number 1 for me.
The taxi movie.
Yeah, the taxi.
Is that still holding up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's your bottom dollar.
Bet you're down and baller.
Dollar baller. All right, let's move on to listener feedback, quotes, questions, so forth and so on. Why don't you start us off with this?
I would love to.
Cryptic message.
This message we received from an old timer located on Park Place in Brooklyn, New York, and this young man who calls himself an elderly old Brooklyn listener.
Yeah.
I don't not sure if I get this.
Well, it was in response to our live show.
But didn't he already comment on our live show about Saturday Night Live? Or no, we read that review at the live show. So he said he enjoyed the live show, but he said it was a bit off technically.
Because it's a live show.
It was, first of all, it was a live show, and secondly, if you're going to say it was off, you got to call us out. What's the problem?
Yeah. I mean, maybe because you could hear the audience more, and it wasn't our normal show. So the live shows are going to be different.
Next time we do a live show, we're charging admission.
Yeah.
We're going to lock that shit down.
You want to be here? You better really want to be
Right.
here.
Because I feel like there are some people there just looking for a place to sit down.
Yes. I've been walking all day.
Right, just trying to get out of the cold, you know.
Even though it's kind of
Well,
warm.
what tipped me off was all the headphones.
Yeah.
You know, the people had their headphones on, their noise canceling machine.
Their Game Boys out.
Right. So anyway, he Papa Peter writes in and says he did hear the question and answer that came after the sign off. He also is a big fan of the logo. And then if you remember at the live show, one of the questions from the audience, or maybe it was the only question, was if you could record a live show anywhere, where would you record it?
Right.
And I said Radio City.
That's right.
Which remains my dream situation.
Right. We'll get there.
And he wrote in a strong support for doing Radio City, and he pointed out, which I had failed as a father. So as a grandfather, he had alluded to and pointed out that if you play a show at Radio City,
Yeah.
Kayla could play the organ.
Whoa.
Big, beautiful, grand organ at Radio City. It could be a whole family thing.
That's a talent.
Yep. It's amazing. Marley could do a little tap dancing on the stage.
Perfect. We got a whole show.
Yeah.
Let's call him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make the call. Next up.
After the sign off thing was, because what I did is we had a question that came after we were done the show and we restarted.
Right.
To take the question. To keep it genuine, what I did is I actually put that on as a special thing.
Oh,
after
like a special feature.
Yeah, after the outro, it came on. Because then we're like, well, we're back. Because,
Right.
Yeah, so
Okay,
that's what we started
cool.
about.
Well, good for you, Pop, for
listening the whole way through.
Yeah, man. That's dedicated. That's a father's love right there.
That surely is. Next up, we have... What are you alluding to? Are you alluding to this?
It's the final countdown.
Oh, your pants dance.
Paper is flying everywhere.
Everywhere.
David shot off the confetti gun.
I did.
Yeah,
I
again.
Yeah, and I had a T-shirt gun I shot off too. I don't know if you saw that.
Well, I saw it because you hit me square between the eyes.
I was like, "Stop that dance!"
Which I really think is going to leave a mark.
Well, it was a T-shirt.
Boom.
Top 10 Sarah, she says about Wicked. This was an amazing musical. As a dance kid, I loved seeing a throwback to the musicals back in the day. Yes, it was a movie, but it also was 100% a musical. The choreography was fresh, but also a bit of a nod to the heyday of movie musicals as well. After finding out who the choreographer is, I'm not surprised. Christopher Scott is so talented, and this was his signature style. My favorite part was at the dance in the club. I can't remember the name of the club. When Elphaba started doing her dance, then Glinda stepped up and started to do the dance with her. Again, being a dancer for most of my life, that moment was heart-wrenching. The fact that dance could bridge such a gap and forge a friendship like that, phenomenal. The second time I saw it, drove that moment home even more. Now I'm trying to keep myself spoiler-free for the next year. I have my theories on what might happen, but I'm not going to overthink it. She also added, the second time I watched Wicked, I went to an IMAX showing. One of the trailers was for the new Lord of the Rings movie, War of the Rohirrim. It was a little easier to get into the story with this trailer, even with it being animated. Do you want to hear what my problem was with Penn? I mean...
What's your problem?
I mean,
What's
with
your problem?
with this trailer...
Got
not
it.
Penn.
Got it.
Sorry.
Got it.
This trailer revealed a little more about the story and how some girl who might have been a princess becomes a great warrior. There may have been more to the trailer, but that's where my mind shut off. One of the huge storylines in the original Lord of the Rings trilogy is that poor Éowyn of Rohan just wants to fight and be like one of the warriors, but no one lets her, especially her uncle, the king. What the fuck?
Oh, with the language.
I know. You would never.
No.
The War of the Rohirrim is supposed to take place hundreds of years before the events of Lord of the Rings. So how do they allow this girl to become such a powerful warrior? It just obliterates Éowyn's entire character arc. What was my second problem with Penn? Was it made me really want to see the original movies in IMAX. Well, thanks, Sarah, for writing in. I think the second trailer also got me more interested in this movie, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing it this week, even though...
I have a question. My question is, so Sarah writes that she wants to keep herself spoiler-free for next year.
Right.
Haven't we all seen this show? Like, don't we know how it ends?
I've never seen it, and I never read the books.
Okay, but she's a super fan.
Yeah, but she had never either, remember?
Oh, yeah.
We had a conversation with
Yeah.
her. Her sister's the super fan.
Yeah. Speaking of her sister.
Speaking of everyone's favorite sister.
That's a tight intro
that's
right
tight,
there, man.
right?
That is some good, as Andrew would say, it's the good shit. What Sarah said was 100% true. I did love the movie with every wicked bone in my body. In my opinion, this is the best stage-to-screen adaptation I've ever seen.
Wow.
That's a statement.
That is a statement.
What worked is exactly what Sarah said. This was a musical first and a movie second. I agree. I love that. I found I had to resist clapping after each song. I have to give a million apologies to Ariana Grande. I was skeptical as to whether or not she could carry the role of Glinda, but she didn't just carry it. She is Glinda.
Wow.
Her vocals were amazing and her performance was spot on. I loved every single second she was on screen. Quick note to David. If the movie... That's you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If the movie stays true to the show, the transformation of the flying monkeys is the last time we see any animals in any kind of pain. I know she addressed that note to you, but I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
That was
a little rough.
stressful. What movie was it that we both skipped because they said it was hard to watch? It's like mean. It was a kids movie, but the animals were like suffering.
I know Guardians really set me off.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Guardians 3. Yeah. Anyway, Jen continues to say, I'm so intrigued on how they'll handle a second act. It's far darker than Act 1. In fact, I would recommend parents view it first before deciding to take their young kids.
Wow.
The only other advice I'd give for the second act is don't try to fit it in with the movie Wizard of Oz. It does not fit.
Interesting. Because I felt if they stopped here, it fit fine.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting. Yeah.
All right. Well, after all of that, that really just makes me want to ask, Penn, what is it with you? You know what I like most about that little bit there?
Yeah.
Is you always take the time to personally, conduct the trumpeters.
Yeah. Well, they got to know when to come in.
Yeah. They'd be lost without you.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, we had a stereo in the living room. And there was always a lot of pressure not to play the music too loud because we lived in Brooklyn and, had neighbors on each side of the walls. And so I would plug my headphones in and stand in front of the stereo and listen to Little Orphan Annie, which back then was just called Annie, and 42nd Street and Chorus Line and a couple other records. And I would conduct the orchestra through the entire show.
Wow. You know what's crazy? That's a real bygone thing. People just don't have stereos.
Right. Yeah. My brother-in-law was asking me about a turntable for Christmas or something. And I was like, well, do you have a receiver? And he's like, what's a receiver? I'm like, no. You don't just get a turntable and plug speakers into it.
Yeah, you have to.
You have a whole system.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Growing up, we always had systems. We had turntables, cassette decks.
Everyone had a tower.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
All right. What am I up to? I'll tell you what I'm up to. First of all, David, Kayla has a gentleman caller named Terrence.
Whoa.
And we all got together for game night.
Nice.
And I thought we were going to play card games or,
Nah.
Dutch Blitz or some dominoes or something. Kickball.
Not on your watch.
Wiffle ball. Not on Terrence's watch. He comes walking in with a handful of games, like your kind of games. The kind that have 6 gazillion rules.
Ooh.
It was good. And so we played a game, I think it was called Bank Heist.
Okay.
But it might be called something different like Burgle or Burgle Brothers or something like that. And what was fascinating about it was a great game because what was cool about it is it was not you against the other players. It was the 4 of you against the game.
That's what I like. Yep.
Yeah. So all 4 of us were trying to work together. We each took turns like a regular game, and you tried on your turn to help advance the good of the group. So you could, talk strategy about how you're going to use your turn and what you're going to try to accomplish with it. And we failed. We did not rob the bank because yours truly screwed it up.
Oh my goodness.
I cannot remember the last time I was so crushed. Because we were having so much fun and everything was great and we're having a good time. We were on the second level.
You're just joking around.
Just fooling around. And then I made this move and the bad guys got me. And then it was game over. Because that's how the game works. It wasn't like, oh, Penn, you're out. It was like, oh, we're all busted. So anyway, we had a lot of fun playing. I think it was not called Bank Heist, but it was something like that. It was super fun.
Cool.
Also, somebody recommended Fisk.
Fisk?
Yeah, which is sort of one of these, I don't know what, Amy and I started watching it and didn't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then we started watching Inside Man, which stars Ted Danson.
How's that?
It's dumb as hell, but Ted Danson is so lovable that you kind of like watching the show. And also it has a mystery plot. So you're kind of you watch it because you want to know how it ends. You want to know what happens. And I think I reviewed this earlier and told you it's the kind of show you can be doing other stuff. You can be on your phone or you can do Christmas shopping online or if you want to buy an artificial tree or something, you can do that while you're watching this show. It's a fun, easy show.
If you want to buy an artificial tree.
If you're that type of guy.
When you're on the internet.
Yeah.
It takes skill though.
Right. And last but not least, I have a great show that I highly recommend.
Oh.
Stars Domingo Coleman called Madness.
Oh, okay.
It's new on Netflix, and it is so good.
What's it about?
It is about a guy who essentially gets framed.
Okay.
It's the same old story. He got framed. He accidentally witnessed a murder, but then
is this where he's a reporter or something?
Yeah. But that turns out to be semi-irrelevant. But I guess it's potentially relevant. But anyway, I'm really loving it.
Nice.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. But David, what's with you?
Man, I gotta curate what you realize
I gotta curate.
we have mere weeks before my streaming my streaming stuff goes away.
We got to come up with a name for that. David's the great streaming fast.
Fast?
It's more than that.
It's not like I'm not partaking in streaming. I'm just not paying for it.
The year of free entertainment.
There you go. Yeah.
Yof.
I like that. Yof. Well, Yof is getting ready to start, and I'm like,
YOLO.
I'm trying to wrap things up. So I've been watching Lower Decks. I think that has like 2 more episodes in it, and Dan to Dan I'm still enjoying as well. But here's the thing. I came to the theater on Thanksgiving, and I saw the best Christmas pageant ever.
Oh, my God.
Some people are like, too early to put your Christmas gifts, things up. And I was like, no, when better to celebrate Christmas than on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, Halloween would be better.
Right, that's true. I guess I could there. This. I have a weird review of this movie.
Okay, and I'm anxious. I'm all ears, and I don't want you to, like, taint your review
for you
for what I'm about to say, but Kayla and I are excited to see this movie together.
Yeah. I didn't have a connection to this, but my mother is not a big moviegoer.
Right. Shady lady.
Yeah, but she really wanted to see this.
Yeah.
And it was funny. They're sitting there, and she's like, we come first, we walk in. Why does everyone have blankets? What's up with the blankets? Why are they dressed in their pajamas? Why? They sell blankets. I don't understand. Do people just bring blankets? And I was like, yeah, that's what they do.
Modern movie going.
People come in. She's like, what is this? So this is normal?
Pen's too cheap to pay for heat.
And then we're sitting there. These ads are pretty loud. The movie's not going to be this loud, is it? And I'm like,
God.
Probably going to be louder.
Oh my God. How old are you?
Yeah, come on, shady lady. But she had a good time. And here's what I'll say about this. It was good, and it was a tearjerker at times. Like when it's an emotional. However, it is not a movie for. It's a movie for family, but it is not a kids' comedy as advertised. And there were a lot of kids. Everyone was well behaved and everything. My friend wound up bringing his 3 kids, and they were bored.
Right.
But it is a movie about children for people who went through similar things as a kid. Similarly to A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
That's right. No, A Christmas Story.
Oh.
Ralphie.
Now you're confusing me because Christmas Story is one of the funniest movies of all time. So what are you saying? Christmas Stories, or you're saying it's about kids, but it's not necessarily for kids.
Right. I'm saying, no, I disagree with Christmas Story. I don't like that movie, but I find it very unrelatable.
Well, we had a good run.
Yeah. 6 years?
Yeah.
Cut it off. But this is like if you did Christmas pageants or were involved in a church as a kid, or you grew up with like bullies in elementary school, that kind of thing. It's very relatable. But it is not a romp. It is not crazy. There's not a ton of humor.
David, I'm going to ask you a question.
And it felt like something that you would watch as your Christmas week Disney Sunday evening movie. And I was surprised it was in the theater.
And I want you to think very carefully before you answer it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask it because I don't want to know the answer.
I think you do.
Do you think National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is a hilarious movie?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, we may proceed.
I do think
that was close. That was freaking close.
I'm not so much entertained by Summer Vacation.
No, because that's not nearly as good.
Right, but
Which, by the way, is just called Vacation.
Oh, okay. That was the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Christmas Vacation is hilarious. Yeah.
Christmas Vacation's the best.
Right.
European Vacation is second. Vacation is third. Vegas Vacation is fourth.
I don't even remember.
That's the definitive ranking.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well.
So I would say good Christmas movie. Surprised it's in the theater. But it's got a lot of like good C-list actors.
Well, it's selling like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's understandable if that's your thing. So All right, well, that's it. Next week, War of the Rohirrim, or The War of the Rohirrim. And we'll see you there. Podcast at pencinema.com is the best way to write us and let us know what you think about pretty much anything.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to support the show, Penn, what would you say is the number one way to do that?
Well, David, this holiday season, it's not just...
Not every holiday season?
No, it's just this one.
Just this one.
2024.
So don't bring this up last holiday or next.
Right, I'm saying. This is the season to think about other people.
First time.
Right. we don't expect you to think about other people any other time. God, no.
Or any previous or going forward holiday seasons.
Jesus, David.
I had new ideas all around.
Right. So just this once.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask not for you to support the show.
Oh.
I'm going to ask for you to support David.
Me?
Young David Moulton, just a pup. He's about to embark on a venture of all ventures, the year of free entertainment. Yof. So what I would like you all to do is to write the show, podcast at pencinema.com, with your ideas of where David can acquire Yof. I want you, dear listeners, to contribute to his successful quest.
One might even call all this put together as the loaf of Yof.
The loaf of Yof. We want to bake a loaf of Yof.
Yeah.
So that David can get the moaf out of his ear.
The moaf out of my Yof.
Right. The loaf out of his loaf. And keep a roaf over his head.
Exactly. That makes it sound like it's a money thing.
And not get a toe fake.
Yeah. Not made out of tofu.
Right. Yeah, so let David know how to, what do you do for free entertainment, dear listeners?
Right. And if it was borrow my passwords, that's no longer
that ship has sailed.
Has sailed.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I do not plan to contribute to this.
Perfect.
Yeah. I continue to pay for every streaming service I can think of so that I can watch YouTube and Netflix. so that I can watch two.
Right. That's the problem that I'm having.
Right, exactly. But if you don't care about David, if you're selfish like that, then you can just tell people, hey, I love the Penn Cinema podcast, and it's the best part of my day every day.
Every day.
Every day.
It's the best part of my day.
Now, I will say, I forgot to tell you, I've been listening to this podcast about bike riding. And
surprise.
I'm so into it.
You almost want to ride bike?
I have just this morning when I was on my bike, in the garage. I don't use headphones on the road because that's not safe. Right. But in the garage, I was listening to podcasts and I couldn't crank up the music because the girls were still asleep.
Oh my goodness!
So I'm listening to this podcast I really like. I mean, I'm up to speed. I've heard all the current episodes.
Yeah.
I'm like scrolling back like 2-3 years old and listening to old shows. Are people doing that with our show?
They call that scrolling deep.
Huh? Do people scroll deep with the Penn Cinema podcast?
I think it happens every now and then. We'll get like a big burst.
Interesting.
Of like a lot of downloads, and the only reason I can think is they're going back.
Somebody went through and downloaded a bunch for their flight.
The thing is,
my trip to LA came with 2 flights.
Unless they go to our website, which we don't ever advertise, because everything just goes to the aggregated out to all the things. They can only go 100 episodes back.
Sucks for you.
But if you ever want to go deeper than 100, podcast at pencinema.com. I'll send you the link to the website that aggregates out to everything. And you can go all the way back to the very beginning.
I would like to listen to the first episode. I'll bet you it's dramatically different.
Yeah.
And awful.
Yeah, and awful. It might be worth a repost somewhere. Yeah, when we need a break.
We are important podcasters.
Yeah, check out how bad we were.
And here's what we think about the Oscars.
That we didn't see.
That we didn't see a single one.
The best part that anyone stuck with us after that.
Right. God bless.
Yeah. All right. Well, once again for the Penn Cinema podcast, I'm David Walker.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.